Good morning. Well, today I'm going to do something a little bit different before we get into the cards. And it was funny because the other day, one of my clients who I've known for a long time, I was showing her something because she was talking about going to Sedona. And I showed her these pictures of when I was there February of 2020, and I was doing some work with the Galactics, and Gerard took a picture of me, and what came out was phenomenal. And she said, how come you never show these things online? Not everybody comes to you for sessions and stuff. So she said that, and then she said, and how come you don't ever talk about other things that you do? Everybody thinks you're just a coach and you do readings and this. So I decided to, number one, show you the pictures from Sedona and how bizarre they are. But when we look at them, up to the individual to interpret whatever. But this is not something that the camera lens did or whatever. So I'm going to show you. Look at the picture. Look at down here. It looks like I'm standing on something. This is actually a being. And then look at the top with this orb over my head. So this was taken on, I was standing next to this tree that I love in Cathedral Rock, or at Cathedral Rock. And standing on the edge, it looks like I'm in midair here. So when we ever saw the pictures, it was like, oh my God. And I was told that down here is a being that right before this, I was asking for the galactic energy to come in, and there it is. There was one other picture took that it looks like I'm standing on plexiglass. Now there's nothing there, I assure you. I'm standing on the dirt. Look at that. I'm sorry we have a little bit of a reflection here, but look at down here. Looks like I'm standing on a platform. And this is like a ship's energy. And there's no way of explaining it. I asked a friend of mine who's a photographer, really good photographer. They're like, no way, that wouldn't have come out like that. So pretty amazing that sometimes we're able to just capture what's really going on, and I think that's fabulous. So what it did for me is it was validating to me that, oh yeah, I'm very connected with the stars, and there's the energy of it. So two other quick things, and at the risk of sounding like I'm plugging myself, this same client said, you need to let people know you do those things because I never heard you mention them. So here we go. The first one is human design. This is what a human design chart looks like. And I love human design. It will tell you more about yourself than you even ever knew. It brings in Kabbalah. It brings in the chakras or the centers. It brings in the I Ching, which is a divination system from China. It brings in astrology. It brings in a little bit of everything. And it is just fascinating. You get to find out what type you are. There's 4 different, well actually 5 different, because one's a combination of 2, different types, and whether you're an energy type or not. And before I did human design for myself, I was living life or showing up wrong, making my decisions from a place that wasn't right. And I'll give you just an example. So I would always make my decisions in the moment. Well, there's something in human design that's called your authority. And when you know what your authority is, which we find out by your birth date and running your chart, then we're able to find out how you should be making your decisions. I'm all emotional. What a surprise, right? I'm all emotional, so I cannot make decisions snap. I am supposed to pull myself away from this emotional wave that's happening, either good or bad. Either I'm in the drama of, oh my God, or, oh, this is wonderful. I have to pull myself out of that. And I need to get back to a place where I can be in a space of calmness and then revisit what I'm trying to decide for myself. Once I just put that piece into my life, everything started to change for me. Did you ever make a decision and the minute it left your mouth, you knew it was the wrong thing, but you felt like you couldn't change it? I did that several times with work. And then I realized, oh shoot, I should have never said that. It's wrong. And everything changed. So what do you find out? You find out what your type is, whether you're an energy type or not, and that means something. What your authority is, how you should make your decisions, what your profile is, like how do you show up, who are you? And then we look at each one of these little triangles or boxes. All of them represent something. The top one is the crown, and whether it's colored in or not means something. I'm not going to get into it now, but when I had my first chart done, I was like, OMG, I can't believe somebody is looking at this paper and knows me better than me. So that was really, really important to me, and I thought it was so beneficial that I wanted to share it with the world. Hi, Ben. Ben's coming in to see us. So with that, it is done in two parts. The first part, I tell the story on how this was created. It was all channeled in the 80s, and amazing. You will get more information than you ever wanted to know about yourself, and you'll be able to course correct. So if you're on the wrong path. So the first one is done about your centers, about your type, about your authority, and your profile. The second one, we look at what your theme is, what's your life theme. So, when people ask their purpose, what's your life theme? We look at your life theme and make you aware of that. And then we look at all the different, which is called channels of energy on your chart, and what that means for you. Those are the most important things for you to be consciously aware of, so you're not repeating things over and over. The other thing is, we go into whatever you decide to do in life. Like, there's many different ways you could do it, right? If your essence is to teach love, you could write a book on love, you could show up and do classes on love, you could be a loving person, whatever it is. This shows you the qualities of what needs to be accomplished in order for you to get there. So how you show up in life, the culture you came into, and what you were gifted by your ancestors with. It's very deep, but I'll tell you, once you have it done, and again, it's done in 2 sessions. Once you have it done, you can listen to that tape over and over again. And we put this in one of those plastic sleeves so you can sit and look at it. Because even though this is who you really are, we have conditioning on top of it, right? So we're looking at all this conditioning, and the conditioning is going to block who you're supposed to be until that conditioning is cleared. So what's happening is that during this time, with the conditioning, it takes 7 years to clear all the conditioning. So from the first day you come to have a chart done, it starts to clear. And the more you sit and just look at this chart, it starts unlocking the unconscious piece of it. So that's for you, Shelley, asking me all about all of this and wanting me to bring it to people. So that's human design. All I need is I don't need your time of birth, I need your date of birth and your place of birth and your name, of course. So that's human design. There's something else that I do called a life path reading, where I look at everything from the energy you were born under to the numerology you were born under to what are all the major pieces that you'll go through in your life, and also using the tarot. And that one there is an hour and a half reading. We look at everything, and so you get to know what are your major lessons. And I think it's always great to know consciously, right, what we're working on, because once somebody says, oh, your lesson is boundaries, you can validate it most of the time. Oh yeah, I'm working on that. And you know that you have to get this piece for your life to go smoother or easier. So the life path is the same kind of thing, where you need the birth date and the name, and that's it, because it goes by the numbers and all of that. So if either one of these interests you, or you would like to know more information about human design or about the life path reading, let me know. Okay, new week, new challenges, new gifts. Okay, this is the spirit messages from John Holland. Don't you love John Holland? He's just such a awesome medium. Okay. For the week of this video, what does everyone need to know? Oh, these want to get spread out. So, it is embrace the moment. Embrace this day, this very moment. Think positively today and repel those negative thoughts. Try not to judge yourself or others. This may be harder than you think. What is actually happening is that you're changing your energy. Wow, this has so many little pictures in it. We got the rainbow, we've got the hand covered over the eye. It looks like somebody else's arm because it's a different color than hers. We have the sun in the background. So there's a lot happening, but she's staying in the moment. Okay. Embrace this day, this very moment. Think positively today and repel those negative energy. Oh wait, I just read all of that. Okay. We're placing this card in your hand for you can feel the negative thoughts you're having about others as well as yourself. Oh, so for we can feel it. Okay. We understand that life can get you down, and all the hard work you do every day to support yourself and others can be challenging. Don't let the outside world tarnish or dilute your brilliance. Remember, all thoughts create reality in the situations in your life. Even thoughts are made up of energy, whether they're positive or negative. When you think a thought, your aura will amplify the energy and put it out in the universe. By monitoring your thoughts, you'll have conscious control in shaping your day as well as your future. Learn to embrace the moment. If you're having a cup of tea, just drink your tea. If you're enjoying a meal, then just eat your meal. If you're walking, enjoy your walk. Appreciate, focus, and be in the moment of what you're doing. By doing so, you'll remain in the powerful present. Well, there's a nice message from Spirit. Back to Wisdom of Avalon. Okay, so at the time of this video, for this week, for everyone. Ooh, we like that. So we got joy. Joy. So we've got this. What is that? Looks like a frog on here, a scene from nature with a frog. Joy. Well, I love joy. My middle name used to be Joyce, and I changed it to Joy because I love that. So joy is a big deal, and we all could use a little joy right now. This marks a time for celebration, for this portends the joyous completion of a project, attainment of a goal, or the end of a long and arduous journey. When you're thirsty, this marker promises you'll find a well. When you're cold, a blanket. When you're hungry, nourishment. Joy also has another aspect, for not only does it celebrate receiving blessings from the fruits of actual labor, but it's also about the sharing of it. Joy celebrates itself. Its very essence radiates beauty and well-being. Like the spring sun breaking through after a long and gloomy winter, joy reminds us to be grateful for all the gifts of life. Joy bestows the blessings of happiness. You truly have reason to smile when this marker appears on your path. Love it. So bringing in a little joy this week. And then I'm using a different Mary Magdalene Oracle. This is by Tony Salerno, I believe. Okay, it's not even on there. Tony Carmine Salerno, right. So for this week, what does Mary want to tell us? Ooh, beautiful, Mother Mary. So those of you that have a problem, you know, with Catholicism, the church, and all of that, and you have a hard time when I'm talking about Jesus or Mary, think of it as archetypal energy. The Divine Mother, the Divine Feminine. Look at how beautiful that picture is. She has come to me so much. She's one of the ones I work with as a goddess. And amazing because she's so powerful and is all about support and love. And many don't know this, but a lot of times when I have people that come to me that have trouble getting pregnant, that's who I work with. And I swear to God, it happens. Next thing you know, the person's pregnant, whatever. So, and that would make sense if she's the Divine Mother. All right, here it is. Dearest one, I ask you to surrender the fear and anxiety you hold for someone's well-being. Trust, all will turn out for the highest good of all concerned. This current situation is simply part of your loved one's life experience and learning. A blessing eventually stems from the current event. Remember, at the heart of all creation, only love exists. Allow divine love to stir within your heart. Feel it move the earth and the stars as the miracle of life forever unfolds. Have faith in the universal spirit of life and know that you and those dear to you are eternally protected. I shower your loved one with protective and healing light, so please do not worry. Well, she's the Divine Mother. Think of that. How many of us are mothers? Or if you're not a mother of a person, you might be a mother of a dog, a cat, or a hamster, or whatever. So Mother Mary is the one that watches over. So as we are concerned or worried, she's, and one of the things you always see her with those arms opened. It's like, come here and rest. Come here and let me take you in. What is it you want to give to me? So turning it over and giving it to Mary this week, anything that's concerning to you. And I've done that before, God, with my kids. If there's something going on with one of them and there's nothing I can do to control it, Mary, I'm putting it in your hands. God, I'm putting it in your hands. Goddess, I'm putting it in your hands. Okay. Native Spirit by Denise Lynn. So for this up and coming week, Sacred Mountain. Oh, the colors on these are just beautiful. Remind me of Sedona. All those beautiful rust-colored rocks and scenery. So as I look at this, we know that the mountain has amazing energies. And so to me, this is like go to the mountain, whether it's symbolic within yourself or whatever. Sacred sites, all of that. Be still and take the time to move into a silent place within yourself. Locate your internal source of power and meditate. Wait, do not move forward until it feels right. Surrender to stillness. Do not take action. If you observe rather than react, you claim your power. Your native spirit wants you to know from the vantage point of the sacred mountain your power grows. In the silence you'll find the sacred witness. It is the dwelling place of your soul. In peace, seek and discover your truth. Move past the bustle and chatter of life into sweet quietude. I like that word, quietude. If you're in pain, don't lash out. Go into it until you find the source so that it can be healed. Resist the temptation to indulge in feelings of stress, urgency, or emergency. Your power is born in silence. This peace gives birth to your serenity. Seek solitude to listen to the voice of your higher self and awaken to your inner wisdom. The journey. Travel to the peaks of hollowed mountains. And if you can't do this in person, travel in your meditation. Imagine yourself atop a high peak. You can see the world in all directions. Give thanks and offering to the mountain, whenever you encounter them. The spirit of the mountain will deeply appreciate your gift. And there's something that's so sacred about that I just love when I'm away, and the stillness of everything. All right. Last one, sacred star temple. Gateways of light, infinite. I have unlimited access to divine mind. And there's two very sexy lovers there. And they've got this cobra snake wrapped around both of them, all the way around them. So that's interesting to me. Transformation, shedding the past, expressing love. And they're not worried. This cobra is wrapped all around them, which is bringing them together, and it's not about a fearful place. All right, gateways of light. Higher consciousness, potential, and intellect. Merope and her human husband, King Cephas, support you to merge with your higher consciousness. As a couple, their shared vision and devotion to personal growth paved a gateway of light to the divine mind. This power is open to you as well. Utilize your intellectual vision, intuition, and perseverance to realize your true potential. Be inspired by Cephas' persistent and Merope's intuitive wisdom. You have unlimited access to the power of the creatrix. I love that word, creatrix. A lot of times it's used for the female part of someone who's creating, the creatrix. So that means we're all creatrix. All of us. We are creating our reality all the time. But this week what they're saying is stay in the moment. Let the joy come in. Any troubles, turn them over to the Divine Feminine, Mother Mary. Have quiet time or get in nature on a mountain or go within to reconnect, bring the light in. and then connect with Infinite Mind. Boy, last week and this week just feels so very important and big. So we'll have to see how that all plays out. All right, we've come to another end of things, and what I want to say to you is don't worry, I won't be promoting myself again, but I just thought maybe Shelley was right and I should share some of the other things that I do. All righty, lots of love as usual. See you soon. Bye.